Hey everybody, welcome back. So if you're new to firearms and you're confused about what to get to clean them, this might be an excellent choice for you. This is the IUNIO Premium Gun Cleaning Kit. Hey everyone, welcome back. Now, like I said in the intro, if you're new to shooting, all right, if you're new to recreational shooting, firearms, whatever, self-defense, something like this is really going to come in handy. I priced out individual parts of all of this stuff, and it comes out to way more than what's in the kit. Now, if you notice, there's a, whoops, let's get that back up there. If you notice, there's a little mat here, which I thought was a really nice touch. They give you a cleaning mat. That's kind of cool. I'm going to stick it over here for now, because we're going to clean later, but we're going to show you the kit first. As you can see, this has pretty much everything you could need in it. I really wish I'd run across something like this when I first started my days of firearms use back in the day, because I had no idea what to buy. You got to remember, I grew up in the city. I had no idea what I needed to clean or anything, so I really had to ask around a lot and do a lot of trial and error. But what I like about this kit is everything is brass. So even your rods, your accessories, your adapters, your jags, everything is brass. A lot of the especially the patch type things, now these are for shotguns, but I'll show you them. A lot of these are plastic when you buy them. And what happens is this threading gets worn off, and you put your patch in the barrel there to clean, and that rips right off, and you're stuck. So this is really a nice feature of it. And it also won't damage your barrel as much as, say, a steel rod or an aluminum rod and a plastic one when it breaks off. So I kind of like that feature. It's definitely an all-inclusive kit. I mean, really, if I'd started out and had something like this, I wouldn't have had to waste my time running around getting, oh, I need this now, oh, I need that now, you know, so it's definitely an inclusive kit. You've got a lot of different stuff in here, and I'm going to run through it really quick. The first thing we're going to do is go through over the brass rods, okay? So you've got 3 brass rods up here that are thin, and these are for your 17 pellet guns, your 270 caliber, rifles and pistols, 22, all that stuff. Then you've got 3 rods here, which are for 30 cal and larger. And as you can tell, they pop right out and screw together. These are heavy duty. These are not light. You know, that's what I'm liking about it too, is you can feel it. They screw together. It's a nice positive lock up there. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or bend or anything. You know, they're definitely decent stuff. I did see a couple of complaints from people saying they were very, very thin, and I think they've really upgraded since then, because these things are not. You can see, if you can see down that's fairly beefy for a cleaning rod. Alright, so those are your rods. The next thing is 3 utility brushes. You have a steel one, a plastic one, and a brass or copper or whatever that is. Brass. So you got the 3 of those. Now again, for those of you that are new, you don't want to be using this steel on anything that's really important. I don't even use a steel brush, but I guess you could probably use it for cleaning out the insides of dirty magazines or whatever. I wouldn't use it on your gun because it can scratch and it can damage, but there are places for its use. You know, it's not junk, it's not filler. Between the brass and the plastic one, I'd probably use that the most. Next up, 3 muzzle guards. These are very handy, and a lot of people fail to use these and do a lot of damage to their rifles. Basically how they work is when you're going to insert this into the rifle, you put this guard over the end, and that guard will nest inside the barrel. So what you're doing here by doing that is you're avoiding having this come out and scratch the end. It comes out through the guard and not through and ripping the end of the crown. And that's the one place you don't want to damage a rifle barrel, is at the crown of the barrel. So you got 3 of those. Next up, you've got 12 brass spear-pointed jags. I'm going to get this out of here because we'll get into that later. These are for pushing through patches and stuff like that. They're also handy when you get a case stuck or something like that, especially since they're brass. You can put it on the end of a rod, screw it in, and push the case out. For a bullet, I'd use a wooden dowel, but for a brass casing, I'd use that. No big deal. These are polishing cloths, by the way, and these are reusable. I've had these in other kits. They look like they're just patches, But what I like to do with these is I'll put a little bit of oil on them or whatever and stick them in a Ziploc bag. And that way when you're all done cleaning your firearm, you just wipe it down with a oiled rag and you're good to go. Next up, you have 50 cleaning patches, the 3x3, and 50 of the 3x1.5. Now you are going to need to cut these down for 22, but that's a real simple operation. Honestly, I'd probably take these and cut them right about here for 22 and save the rest for 30 caliber. Next up, brass pointed spear jag. That's on the end here. That is a larger one for a shotgun type cleaning. I've never used jags myself, I'll be real honest with you. I've always used the little pull-throughs when you're cleaning out with a patch. I've never used the jags. I just use these for the most part. Next up, you have 14 bronze brushes, all different calibers. You start at 12 gauge, 20 gauge, 410, 45, and you work your way down to 22. And your air rifle, which is this one here. That's the 177. Next up, 9 mops. These are very handy for after you've done everything, okay? You've cleaned out your bore and you want to run them through, or you can use them much like you'd use a patch and clean them up after. They do clean up very well. If you use these and they get dirty, you know what I do to them? I spray them off with brake cleaner. Find an open garbage pail, spray them off with brake cleaner, let them air dry, they're as good as new. And you have the 2 oil bottles here that are empty. You can put whatever you want in there. Generally, I'd probably put some weapon oil of choice in one of them and maybe some Hoppy's number 9 in the other. So anyway, that's the breakdown of the kit. It's a fairly nice kit. Really nice case. Let me get that out of there. Really nice case. So it's portable. If you have a range where you clean up after, it's not very common, but I know some ranges have it. That's something you could take with you. Real easy to use. Decent case so stuff won't get beat up. Now, as you can tell, if you look on my desk here, you notice this big case over here. That's a tool case that's evolved from buying tons of these over the years, but not good ones. Little tiny, bits and pieces. So yeah, this is something you can put together, and it's all together for you in one case, one kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean out the barrel of my concealed carry gun, my Glock 19. It hasn't been wiped out in a long time. It hasn't been shot since I, carried it last. And usually when I shoot it, I clean it right away. But we're going to clean out the barrel and see how the patches and the brushes work. I've got the correct bore brush on here, and this is really nice because these are all marked on there. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but that says 38. Sorry about bumping the camera there. 38 would be the same as, size-wise as 9. This one here says 45 on it, and it's the next one up. So it kind of gives you a little hand there in case you forget what you're doing. We're going to screw that in on the end here. And I'm going to take this here. This is how I store my Hoppy's number 9. I just open it up and got to pump it up to the top though. There we go. And I'll just spray a little of that in here. And let it sit. And then just run the brush through it. This is where having a nice cleaning mat really does come in handy, because it soaks up all that. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but every time I push out, there's a little mist of stuff that's coming out. Now, as I said, this barrel was extremely clean to begin with. I clean my guns after I shoot them. I don't leave them dirty. I don't know if that's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do. It was just how I was taught. Then again, the person who taught me how to shoot, we were shooting black powder firearms. So it probably was very imperative to clean them. But anyway, that's what I do. I just clean them up. Now we're going to take one of these patches, push it through there. What I like about these patches is they're kind of aggressive. They have a little bit of a rough texture to them. So when you pull them through, you're actually getting a lot of crud out. And actually, look at that. There was actually some dirt in there. I don't know if you can see it on there. But yeah, it was a little... There you go. That looks a little more obvious. It's actually a little dirty in there. That's probably dust from carrying it. And another thing too, just as a side prepper note, you should always clean your carry firearm. I try to do it at least once a month. Not because it's going to get dirty from shooting or something, but because you never know the crud that's going to get in there. I've taken this apart and it's been full of dust and all sorts of stuff on the frame. So you really want to do that more often. If you carry especially small little compact guns, they are just dust magnets. So let's run it through again, one last time. And it's not a tight fit, and that's actually kind of nice. Now for pistols, I don't use a bore guide, but let me demo that for you real quick, because you're going in from the back. I'll demo the bore guide for you like I was explaining it earlier. Wrong size, there we go. So with a bore guide, as you see I have on here, I'll put this on here so I don't keep you guys in too long with my video today, because how long can you do a video on a gun cleaning kit? So with a bore guide, if you're cleaning it from breech to muzzle, from muzzle to back to breech, what you want to do is feed in your patch there. Then you're going to use this. You notice how that fits in there? So you're not hitting the side anywhere. Now with a pistol, it's awfully short to do that. You see I'm coming right through it. But with a rifle, that's really, really important, so use your bore guides. Don't mess up your crowns and muzzles of your rifles. Anyway, that's pretty much done. So I will take one more. And this is where I'll probably get in trouble with some gun people, because they say to never put any oil in your bore. What I do is a very, very light coat. As you see, I'll just stick a little on my fingers there and wipe it on here, like that much. You don't want to put a lot of oil in there. And there you go. So, as you can tell, this kit works fairly well. You can use your leftover patches to do any kind of cleaning on the inside. It's a really, really convenient kit. It's all in one. Everything is right there where you need it. Let me move the camera up a little so you can see it all together. It's all right there, all inclusive, and gives you 2 bottles that you can fill up with whatever you want as far as cleaning and solvents. So I'm definitely pleased with it. I like it. Again, I was sent this to test, and you know, when people send me stuff to test, sometimes I'm kind of skeptical, and especially with gun cleaning kits, because I've been doing this so long, it's like, yeah, another gun cleaning kit. But then I thought the utility of this is for the new shooter, the person who doesn't know what to buy and doesn't know what to get, and maybe they bought a shotgun and a handgun, and they're like, oh my god, what do I do now? Something like this will save you a lot of time and money. Now, these run about 60 bucks. I believe they are 59. Let me get the information on it for you so I don't get $59.99. So yeah, they're $60. The size on it is 15.4 inches length, 10.4 inches width, and about 2 inches thick. So this will really fit into almost any place you want to do. You know, if you want to fold this thing up and stick it between, you know, 2 cabinets, whatever, it'll fit there perfectly. So I'm actually pretty pleased with it. I'm going to put a link down below where you can purchase it. It'll be in my Amazon store. You can pick it up. And don't forget to check out our Amazon store down below. We've got tons of stuff in there. Pretty much everything I review goes in my store. So if you want to pick it up, you can from the store. If you don't see anything you want in the store, or you're busy Christmas shopping and you don't want to be bothered looking through my store, just click the link and shop as you normally would. Search for your items in the search bar. Doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps us bring cool gear to the channel and help support the channel so we can bring you more stuff. And coming up tomorrow will be my Thrive Life video, so don't forget to check out my Thrive Life link below the Amazon link. I usually have 3 links here. That's product, my Amazon store, and Thrive. Don't forget to check out the Thrive Life link. We still have lots of stuff there for sale. The Black Friday stuff was really cool, and you'll see the video tomorrow what I got. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.